Alright guys, here I got 2001 Lexus IS300 that will be wide bodying. I think it's gonna be like the first video on my YouTube channel, but pretty much just to sum it up, new body kit, new wheels, one of one wheels actually, wide body, new wrap. This wrap's pretty nice. It has like a little rainbow, if you could see it. Maybe if I move, yep, like right there, has like a little rainbow to it. If we're gonna be going crazy with wide body custom wheels, we got to get a new wrap. So I'll see you guys at the shop. All right guys, so here we got my Lexus. So we're gonna start wide bodying it. We got the wide body kit over there, monster service stage 2. We're here with Martin. He's gonna be helping us out a little bit. We're just gonna be taking off the wrap for now, getting stuff ready to start wide bodying the car, and I'll let you guys know when we take off the wrap. Little update, we got a couple friends helping me out wrapping the car. We're gonna take off the body kit right now. We got the side skirts already off. We got Julio here just being lazy, not doing anything. You know, that's the way type of friend he is. So yeah, we're just unwrapping the car right now. A little clear coat come on. The whole car was going good, right? And Jose pulled up, was like, "Oh, bro, you don't need a heat gun. It's all good, bro." And the whole clear coat came off.
Hey, just a little bit, bro.
Bro, this is the only part that didn't come off.
This is the only piece that still has clear coat right here.
This is the only piece that still has. Hey,
I'm a painter, bro. I know how to paint.
That's a little motivation to get a carbon fiber hood, right? Oh, no way more came off.
Yeah, bro, this is all clear coat.
That's all clear coat?
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, you just have to sand the whole freaking hood.
Yeah, honestly, if we can sand it.
I mean, you're gonna wrap it again? Sand it. Yeah, all of those on sand.
We'll just, probably just get a carbon fiber hood in here soon. A ver qué pedo.
We already started the wide body process, kind of taped it up, got our lines going in. These lines, actually, I did copy them from the official website on Monster Service Stage 2. So we're going to be following the instruction manual, so we're going to be cutting along the lines right here. As you can tell, we already kind of started it. I mean, the cuts aren't like the best, but we're cutting a little bit, and then we're going to progress our way up and cut more, because once you cut, you can't go back, so we'll see how it goes.
We're starting on the rear now. We already finished the front side, so we're gonna be on the rear now. So pretty much we did the same thing. We're gonna be using tape. We're gonna be placing the tape where we think the lines are gonna be, and then we're gonna be filling them in with the Sharpie. So pretty much what I did was I followed the instruction guides like the same way in the front over there. So it's gonna be the same thing. Just cut a little bit. The line on this is supposed to be like up here, so I'm a little bit down here just in case. But we're gonna be cutting it and see what's up. We got Saul here with this car. All right, show you guys once it's done. We just finished the car, so right now we did grind it so they could wrap it, and pretty much I'm just gonna show you guys what I did. As I got the grinder and just went over these edges, like you go over it with your hand and make sure there's no cuts or sharp edges so they could wrap it or paint it. In your case, it doesn't really matter, but just make sure this isn't sharp at all, because if you're gonna be driving static and you go over a bump and this tire hits this, that's not really good. It could either cut the tire, or it could, honestly, overall, just not good to have sharp edges. But pretty much just grab a grinder, go over it. Here, let me show the grinder real quick. Went over it right here. Took the little disc thing off. When you're gonna grind it, you want to grind it from the top. Don't grind it from the sides like this. Grind it from the top always, and go over it. I had to go over it a lot of times because I was taking my time on it, because the grinder does eat up the metal, so you want to go over it a lot of times, like not too many times, but just make sure you take your time on it. You don't want to grind too much, but just make sure it isn't sharp anywhere around these edges. All right guys, so this is gonna be an updated version of the video before. And the video before, I believe I was explaining to you guys how important it is to sand these down, that way your tire doesn't hit the quarter panel right here and it could scratch the rims or even scratch the tire, or even in some cases, if it's sharp enough, it could probably even cut the tire and you have a big leak. But anyways, so the car is wrapped. All we need is this bumper right here. That's literally the last piece. But I did forget to vlog some of it, so I did mount the front, as you can see right there. And I did mount the rear. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it, or how I did it. But this is what I found that works best for me. So let me show you guys how I did the front. You want to make sure that this side is flush, and also it's flush down here too. So like in the rears, you're going to see this with the rear too. There's a gap right here from the door to the side. Well, I'm not going to call it a side skirt, but there's a little gap right here. You want to make sure it's flush right there, or tucked in, and you want to make sure it's flush right here with the door. Like if you were to open it, like right here, you want to make sure it's flush. Now the reason for this being, well, obviously it's pretty obvious, honestly. You just don't want it to be like all over the place. You don't want the wide body to be right here or have this little gap right here. You want it to be flush. Now on this other side, you also do want it to be flush too. So you want it to be flush there on the bottom, on the side, and where the headlight is. So I'm not gonna lie, if I say that this fitted perfectly, then that's a lie, because I did have to bend it a little, but it worked. So when you're doing this, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have someone hold it over here, make sure it is flush, and you're gonna want to have someone hold it over here and make sure that is flush too. And what you're gonna want to do is you want to go in there with the center punch, go through each hole, center punch it, center punch it, center punch it, center punch it, center punch it. But when you're doing the center punches, you want to make sure that they're exactly in the middle. You don't want to just go to center punch it randomly, because you might get a center punch up here, over here, wherever. You want to make sure exactly in the middle, so that way when you screw it out and put your riv nut in, that way the center punch isn't like all over the place, and you'll have to like readjust the white body. When you're center punching it, make sure it's in the middle on each one. But yeah, guys, honestly, it wasn't that hard. I mean, if you don't have friends to help you out, you can honestly go to the store, buy a lot of tape, and tape it up like a lot. Like tape it up really, really well, because like honestly, we did have to bend it a little, so we were kind of like pushing it back, you know. Have a friend help you, well, 2 friends help you, or tape it up, and you should be fine. Also, make sure that you drill these holes out big enough for the center punch, so that we could just go there, and make sure it's in the middle. That's all I have to say about the front, and let me show you guys about the rear. Now we're on to the rear. So the rear, I actually did it all by myself. I didn't need any friends like the front. Front was a little bit complicated, but the rear, I actually did it all by myself. So when you're doing this, I did read the instruction manual, and it said that this wide body piece has to be flush right here with the, I don't know what this is called, but it has to be flush there. So again, like the front, we're gonna make sure it's flush down here. This little gap right here, you want to make sure that this little gap is not touching, but you want to make sure it's flush down here. You see that? So what I did, so this wide body, when I was first putting it on, it was like going like more up here. When I was doing this, I made sure it was all good, made sure it lined up with the door, as you can see there. I had to bend it down a little, and I had someone tape all of this except the holes. Do not tape these holes, because again, you're going to want to center punch them just like the front. I had to bend it down a little, had someone tape this all, and then I center punched it, then had to do this side. And this side is also important, because you want it to line up with this, the door, and you want to make sure there's no gap right here. And also you want it to line up down here. You see this? Yeah, you're going to want it to line up down there too. So this side is a little bit tricky to get. Honestly, it took me a couple tries before I got this one down, and this one did it like on my second try. So yeah, you're gonna want to mess around with both of them with tape first. Do not make your center punches unless you know both of them are good. You're gonna want both of them to be good before you make any like drilling holes or center punching, because the least thing you want is this not lining up or this not lining up. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any troubles, hit me up on my IG. I'm gonna leave it right here. But yeah, guys, honestly, it wasn't that difficult. The only part that I say was kind of difficult was the front, because you have to make sure a lot of parts are lined up, like bottom, rear, over there. Honestly, the front's just sizzle thing, but the rear, I believe you could do it by yourself if you really wanted to. I basically had 2 people doing this. Just had someone to tape it while I hold it. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. My monster service stage 2 wide body install and guide through on the kit. Honestly, shout out to Monster Service. They made an awesome kit for really cheap. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. All right, what's up, guys? So real quick, let me explain something real quick. So we ran into a little bit of a problem where this rear wide body didn't really line up with the front, but I found a solution. So basically, let me explain this real quick. So this wide body piece is laying on the body of the car right here. This piece is laying on the body of the car, and as you can tell, we had to hammer it, making the wide body piece be more like that, like up. But since we hammered it, we got this really, really nice and flush fitment, as you guys can see. Oh man, that fitment is really, really nice. So yeah, guys, when you're gonna hammer it, be careful. You don't want to do too much. We hammered it right here, so that way this wide body piece can rest on the body of the car and be that really, really nice fitment. My wheels just got here. The car is also being bagged right now. Well, let me show you guys the finished product and the end of this video in the next clip. So this is the finished product of the Lexus. Let me just tell you, it came out really nice. So let me give you some little tips real quick. So for the bumper was sagging a bit, but the way I adjusted the wide body piece, it makes it look really flush. Yeah, it looks really nice. Looks really nice. The fitment is 100%. So the only thing I'm gonna have to do still is I'm gonna have to cut into the bumper, because over here, if we go back to the front, the fitment is really nice, but if you can see this little gap right here, I'm gonna need to cut that, which is okay, you know. I still drive it like this. It's static right now. This is gonna be the YouTube video on how to wide body your IS300 with Monster Service Stage 2, and I'll see you guys in the next one.